Welcome to Mat Yoga. I'm happy to do a little bit of yoga with you today. To start with, you might like to put it underneath your hips just to lift the hips a little. You could sit on a pillow if you've, or a towel or whatever might just help you sit up a little bit taller. Makes it a little easier for the spine to be tall and not quite so much effort there. You can let the shoulders roll back. Maybe let them roll forward. Then maybe wiggle the head around a little bit. And then just lengthen up through the crown of the head. You could let the hands rest on your legs with the palms facing down or facing up, or even your hands stacked one inside the other. And just let your eyes fall shut. If it's not comfortable to close your eyes, you could gaze down your nose, down toward the floor. And take a nice deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Take a deep breath in. And a deep exhale. And just take a moment to go inside, noticing how it is that you feel this morning, this afternoon, whatever time you might be doing the class. What's your internal weather system like? What are you feeling physically? What do you feel emotionally or mentally? And just like you would check outside, out the window, or even walk outside to see what the weather's like, see if you can do that with yourself right now. Noticing if the stories come in, the judgment, the explanation. See if you can instead just note what you're experiencing. I'm taking a moment to scan down from the top of the head all the way through the body. Notice how you feel. Is there anything calling for attention that maybe you could breathe into and use the exhale to help release some of the tension? And maybe today you'd like to dedicate your practice to someone, to yourself, to someone else, a group of people, humans in general. Maybe you'd like to set a dedication. And maybe with that dedication, there's a word or a phrase that comes along with it. I'm confident. I am peace. I am love. Any word or phrase that's coming to you that would support your practice, you could use that to guide this practice, this time to connect with yourself. And draw your attention to your breath, allowing the belly to expand on the inhale. And as you exhale, letting all that breath go. Inhaling, expanding the belly. Exhale, letting that breath go. One more like that. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, let go. We'll make our way onto all fours on your mat with the hands underneath the shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Take an inhale, lift your chin up and your tailbone up. Now on the exhale, round through the spine. Notice your hands. Make sure you've spread the fingers out wide and that you're using the hands to help, not just sitting in the wrist. Exhale, round. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, round. Inhale, up. Exhale, round. Pausing back in the center, pull in through the belly button and lift your hips up into downward facing dog. You can pedal the knees back and forth, letting one heel sink down and then the other. Breathing in and out through the nose. Deep breath in. And a deep exhale. And bend your knees a little bit and press your chest towards your toes, nice and long through the spine. Deep breath in and a deep exhale. Again, deep breath in and a deep exhale. And walk your hands back to your feet. Ragdolling at the back of the mat. You can grab opposite biceps if it feels good and maybe sway side to side. Use your breath to find some length. Deep breath in and a deep exhale. Letting go of some of the tension, finding some length toward the floor. Then release. Inhale, half lift, flatten out your back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, flatten out the back. Exhale, fold. Inhaling all the way up. A long, flat back brings you up. Exhale your hands to heart center. Keep your feet about 6 inches apart, so it's 2 fist width distance would be in between your feet. Let your feet be parallel to each other. So you might find your natural is with the feet turned out or in, but use your eyes to find parallel, even if it doesn't feel that great. But no pain. You pay attention to what you need. Lift up your toes. Keep the balls of the feet down, pressing down through the big toe mound, little pinky toe mound on both sides of the heels. And then spread the toes out as you lay them down on the mat. And then imagine that you could pull the mat apart with your legs. So feel that engagement in the legs. Let the tailbone lengthen down, belly button pulls in slightly. And then let the arms come down beside you with the shoulders down your back, palms facing forward for mountain pose. Imagine somebody's got a string pulling you from the tip of the head all the way up toward the ceiling. As you come up nice and tall, deep breath in and a deep exhale. And check back in with your feet. Can you still feel the four corners of your feet pressing down? Legs nice and engaged as you lengthen up through the crown of the head. Deep breath in. A deep exhale. You can let the arms relax beside you. Shift the weight so you feel it forward in your toes. And then shift it back so you feel it back in your heels. You'll know if you go too far because you'll have to take a step. See if you can just go back and forth with it in the toes and then back in the heels. Come to center and then take it over to the right side and then over to the left side. And see if you can find center right in the middle where you can feel the weight evenly distributed between the feet. And not just from right to left foot, but also between the four corners of your feet, lengthening through the crown of the head. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Pull the shoulders down away from your ears and then begin to shift the weight forward into the balls of the feet. Let your heels lift up off the ground and then go nice and slow, bringing yourself all the way back down. Go again. Inhale, lifting up, press through the balls of the feet. Exhale, gently lowering yourself down. And again, press down through the balls of the feet, lift yourself up. It's okay if you go fast on the way down, you'll get another chance. Go one more time. Press through the big toes, lift up. And exhale, gently lower down. And release your arms down to the side. Excellent job. We'll take warrior one with your right foot forward, taking your left foot back behind you. So notice your feet. You want to be on railroad tracks versus on a tightrope. So make sure you step the feet away from each other a little bit to provide some space there. So right foot's facing forward, your left foot's at about a 45-degree angle, angling toward the front left corner of your mat or the room. Pull the right hip back, left hip goes forward, and then you can just notice the direction of the knee. Does it turn in automatically? Push the knee toward the pinky side toe of the foot so the knee's going the same direction as the toes. Reach your arms back behind you, roll the shoulders back, pull them down away from your ears, and you can take the eye gaze toward the ceiling or even lift your chin. Check in with your feet. Do you feel evenly distributed weight-wise from the front foot to the back foot? Lengthening up through the crown of the head, squeeze the back leg up nice and tight. Take a breath in. And a deep exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, reach your arms out wide to the side for warrior two. Bending that right knee so that the right thigh comes down toward parallel, right knee going the same direction as the toes. Your back toes are turned in just a little bit in front of the heel, not too much. But notice if you're reaching forward or reaching back, line the shoulders up on top of the hips. Extend through both of your arms and then take your eye gaze past the fingertips. Right beyond your front fingertips. I am brave. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Again, a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Squeeze your front leg tight for triangle. Both legs are straight. Reach over that front leg. Bring the right hand down. The back of the hand pushes against the leg. Bring your left hand to your waist. Use this arm to help you spin your heart open toward the ceiling and really lengthen through the spine. So it's fine if you're up here. Pay attention to how you feel through the core. Maybe lengthening further if that feels good for you. This left hand can stay right on your waist, or you could extend it up toward the ceiling, but notice what feels best. And then what's best for your neck? Would looking down at the toes feel better on your neck, or looking up toward the ceiling, or stay looking forward? You find what feels the very best to you, and then breathe in and out through the nose. Take a deep breath in, and a deep exhale. Bend the front leg, reach your arms back out wide, and then turn your right foot in so it's parallel to the front of the mat, both feet parallel to each other. Pull your shoulders down your back, lengthen up, and then hinge yourself forward, flat back, straight legs. Let your hands rest anywhere on your legs that helps you to keep your back flat. So you could be up tall. If it's just impossible to get your back flat and you find that you're rounding, bend the knees a little bit and then see if you can extend the back. And then maybe you can straighten the legs, maybe they stay a little bent. Maybe you can come down a little further. If you start to reach through the floor and you feel yourself round, just lift back up again. Shift the weight forward so you feel it in the balls of the feet as well as the heels. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Again, a deep breath in, deep exhale. Bring your hands to your waist, pull the belly button in and come all the way back up with the flat back. And then we'll take goddess pose. Turn your toes out and your heels in, and then squat down in between your feet, letting your tailbone lengthen down toward the floor. Belly button pulls in, so shoulders are stacked on top of the hips. Bring your arms out, make cactus arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take a breath in. Exhale, round in, forearms together. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open up wide. Bring your hands back down and press yourself to standing. You can walk your feet back together. And then we'll take the left side. Warrior one on the left side. Remember that you've got some space between your thighs, that you're not on a tightrope. So left foot forward, right foot back behind, pointed at a 45-degree angle. Left hip pulls back, right hip goes forward. And then notice the direction of the left knee. Let it go the same direction as your toes. Extend the arms back behind you. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears. And you could take the eye gaze toward the ceiling. You can lift the chin if that feels good. Breathing in and out through the nose. I am strong. Take a deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, reach your arms out wide to the side for warrior two. You may find a little longer stance helps you here. Turn the toes in just a little bit on the back foot. Front knee goes the same direction as your toes. Soften the shoulders away from your ears and take your eye gaze past your fingertips toward the front of the room. I am brave. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Keeping the back leg nice and strong, noticing the direction of that front knee. Push it toward the pinky side toe of the foot so the knee is on top of the ankle. Deep breath in. A deep exhale. Straighten up your front leg, squeeze it up tight, and then lengthen forward over that front leg. Bring the left hand down, right hand to your waist, using the back of the hand to help you spin your heart open toward the ceiling. You don't have to go low, just see if you can get the spine. So notice if you round down to try to get lower, lift it back up and link through the spine, letting your left thigh bone keep reaching back to the back of the mat to help you lengthen your heart forward, lengthen the chest forward. Where's the best direction for your head? Eye gaze down toward the toes or up toward the ceiling. You can extend this arm up if you choose, breathing in and out through the nose as you open up in your triangle. Deep breath in, and a deep exhale. Coming all the way back up and turn that left foot in so it's parallel to the front of the mat. This time we'll interlace the hands behind us, palms together, make a fist, and then open up your chest by squeezing the arms together, your fists together, trying to get the wrist to touch. And then lift up through the heart and hinge yourself forward, flat back and straight legs. Don't have to go far. Just go as far as feels good to you, keeping your back flat and your legs straight. So if you start to round, lift yourself back up. Shift some weight so you feel it in the balls of the feet and the heels. Breathing in and out through the nose. Deep breath in and a deep exhale. Again, a deep breath in, deep exhale. Bring your hands to your waist, pull the belly button in, come all the way back up with a flat back, and then you can walk your feet back together. Staying up toward the top of your mat, and take your right foot. Eagle. Reach your arms up overhead, let your palms touch, and then swing your right arm under your left, crossing at the elbows. So you can grab your shoulders from here. If it's comfortable for you to keep the elbows and press the back of the hands together, you can. If your elbows come undone, then cross them again and just come to the shoulders. Press the back of the hands. You can bring the right hand around again if that feels good for you. You can squat down. You can stay here. You could take your ankle and your right ankle over, cross the right ankle over, or the right knee over, if that feels good. You could even lift the foot up and hug it in, or wrap it around again if that feels good for you. Lift up through the heart, pull in through the belly button, breathing in and out through the nose. Then you can lift your elbows up, triceps coming parallel to the ground. By far the pretzeliest thing that we will do. Being patient with yourself wherever you are, breathing in and out through the nose. As you release, reach your arms up overhead and extend your left leg out in front of you. The heel could be on the ground, or you can lift it up a little bit, or maybe a lot. Whatever feels the best for you. Lengthen up through the crown of the head. Deep breath in. As you exhale, bring your arms down behind you, palms facing forward, and take your right toes back. The toes can be on the floor, or you can lift it up off the ground. You're looking for a straight line from the crown of the head down toward the foot. So not leaning forward, but feeling that pull back. If it's comfortable for you to continue to lift the leg, you can. It will cause your upper body to come forward, but remember not to bend forward. Nice, long, flat back. Deep breath in and release. You can walk that out. We'll do the left side. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Swing your left arm underneath the right. Cross at the elbows. You can grab onto your shoulders. You could press the back of the hands together, or you can continue to wrap the left hand closest to your face where the palms are together. Take a breath in. You can stay here or squat a little bit. You could stay here or take the left ankle across or the left knee across. Hug that foot in, maybe even wrap it around behind. Lengthen up through the crown of the head, nice and tall. Deep breath in and a deep exhale. Then lift your triceps up so they come parallel to the ground, feeling a little different stretch across the back of the shoulders. And then we'll extend the arms overhead and the left leg out in front. And again, heel could be down. You could lift it a little bit or up high, whatever's best for you. Take a breath in. Exhale, send it back behind you, finding it's going to feel like a back bend as you squeeze the shoulders behind you, palms facing forward. Toes can be on the ground, or you can lift them a little bit or continue to lift them up even higher, whatever feels the best to you. Continue to pull the shoulder blades together, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And then gently release the leg down, and you can walk it out a little. Excellent job. Let's take tree pose. Plant your left foot down. We'll take the right foot out to the side. Turning the knee out, your toes could stay on the floor, or you could pick that foot up high or low, above or below the knee. Hands to your heart. Notice this thigh bone. If it's sticking out to the side, hug it in to keep the pelvis level. Hands at your heart. They can stay here, or you can reach them upward, whatever feels best to you. If you feel very steady here and you want to close your eyes to challenge your balance, you can. If you feel challenged already, stay right where you are and breathe. I am connected. Deep breath in. A deep exhale. Finding something steady to focus on can be a huge help to our balance, even a vertical target out in front. Bring your hands to your heart and bring that knee in and down. And we'll take it over to the left side. Plant the right foot, turn the right knee out to the side. Toes can stay on the floor, or you can pick that foot up high or low, above or below the knee. Hands to your heart. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Hands could stay here or reach them upward. Notice that thigh bone. Hug it in. Keep the pelvis level. Eye gaze can maybe be toward the ceiling if that feels good for you. I am open. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Again, deep breath in, a deep exhale. And bring your hands back to your heart and bring that knee in and down. Now let's come up to the top of the mat. Take a deep breath in, arms go up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. A long, flat back brings you down. Inhale, half lift, flatten your back. Exhale, hands to the mat. You can drop your knees to the mat, or you can stay on your toes, pulling in through the belly button. Lower yourself down, seeing if you can get the belly and the chest to touch the floor at the same time. And press yourself into child's pose. So knees can come forward a little bit, big toes together. Knees are separated, and then push your hips back. And you can use any support you need in between the legs, underneath the knees, both. You could stack something underneath your head, or you could stack your fist and put your forehead there. You could stack your palms, or your forehead. If it rests easily on the mat, you can relax your arms beside you or out in front of you. There's a lot of options for child's pose. You want to find the one that feels the best to you. Letting your whole body just rest, particularly breathing into your low back. Deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Again, a nice deep breath in. And a deep exhale. And gently round yourself up, bringing your legs out in front of you. We'll make our way down onto the floor. Use the sides of your legs to help you roll yourself down, laying your spine down on the mat, nice and easy. Letting your back rest down on the ground. Take a breath in and a deep exhale. Turn your palms to face over, so the palms are down on the mat. Pressing down through your feet, lift yourself up into bridge pose. Keeping your neck nice and long, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And if it's too much for you, you can always go up and down if it's too much to hold. If you're okay here, see if you can keep spinning the inner thighs in and down toward the ground. Breathing in and out through the nose. And gently lower yourself down to the mat. Let your back rest down on the mat. Bring the soles of your feet together. Create a diamond with your legs. Letting your legs open up to the sides. Deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Again, a deep breath in, a deep exhale. You can use your hands to bring your knees back together. Take your right ankle across the left leg. Flex the right toes back toward the knee. This may be stretch enough for you, and you can stay here. If you want a little more and you want to put your foot on a book or something that you might have, you can. If you want to use your towel to put around behind your leg, or whatever you got, the belt or something to help you pull it in, you can do that. If you're comfortable with just connecting your hands behind the leg, you can do that as well. Let the shoulders relax down. Flex the toes back, and then you're just looking for that stretch in the right hip. Let the tailbone reach toward the floor and pull your knees in towards your chest. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Again, a deep breath in and a deep exhale. And take that whole shape over to the left, just about ½ inch or inch. See if you can find a little different stretch in the hip. Deep breath in, a deep exhale. And gently release the right leg and we'll switch. Take the left ankle to the outside of the right leg, bring the knees in towards your chest, flexing the toes back, breathing in and out through the nose, and taking whatever option you need to get the stretch on this side. Know that this side will probably be different for you. You'll feel it a little different. That's true of most of us. We feel one side very differently than the other from our repetitive motion on one side versus the other. Just breathe into the hip right now. Deep breath in, a deep exhale. You can take that whole shape over to the right, maybe a ½ inch or so. Find just a little different stretch in the hip. Deep breath in, a deep exhale. Keep the ankle where it is, but place the right leg back down on the mat. Reach your arms out to the side with the palms facing down to anchor yourself down on the ground. And then let both of the legs fall over to the right side so that your right leg lays on its side, the left foot flat on the ground. And then let the left knee push towards your foot or toward the end of the mat. You could keep the eye gaze toward the ceiling, or you could turn your head to look past your left fingertips. If this is too intense, you could always put this right leg on something, a pillow or something, or just skip it. You take care of yourself however you need. Deep breath in and a deep exhale. And press through your foot, bringing yourself back up, and we'll switch. Take the right ankle across the left knee, flex the toes back, and then go slow as you lower the legs over to the left side, letting your left leg lay on its side, right foot flat on the ground. Let the right knee press forward toward the front of the room, towards your mat, front of your mat, and then let your eye gaze go past your fingertips if that feels good. And just breathing in and out through the nose, gentle twist through the spine. And then bring your legs back to the center and extend your legs out long for your final Shavasana. If it's not comfortable to have your legs completely flat, you could put a pillow underneath them, or you can always bend your knees. Sometimes it's nice to walk the feet wide and let the knees knock together. So just some options. Let your shoulders tuck under and your palms face up. And then let your eyes fall shut. If that's comfortable, or gaze down the cheekbones. You could always put something underneath your head. You can lengthen the tailbone down towards your feet to create a little more space in the low back. You find something that feels good for you so that you can let the muscles just rest. Taking in all the benefits of your movements, of your efforts. Drawing your attention up to your forehead. See if you can relax any of the tension that you may feel at the forehead. Letting that just melt away. Maybe noticing the space between your eyes, seeing if you can let that tension melt away. Let your eyes rest in their sockets. Your tongue relax back into your throat. Letting the hips rest. Letting the feet fall open from the hips. And just resting completely in Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. A deep exhale. And gently begin to wiggle your toes and fingers. Maybe moving your head from side to side. And bringing some awareness to your body, but just stay soft in your body. And bring your knees in towards your chest. And you can gently roll over onto your side, pausing in the fetal position for a moment. And you can use your top hand to press yourself off the mat. Coming up to a seated position with your hands at heart center. Let your head bow to your heart. Just take a moment to pause. Check in and notice how you feel right now. And what's your internal weather system like? Maybe connecting back to your intention, to the affirmation that you started with. And bring your thumbs to your brow, giving gratitude to yourself for practicing today. And bring your hands back to heart center. Thank you for sharing this time with me today. I hope that you feel the benefits of your yoga practice. And I'll close with the word namaste, meaning the love and light in me honors and sees the love and light in you. Namaste.